everyone, and welcome to the Midhrastic ENB installation guide for Fallout 3. This mod totally changes the way Fallout 3 looks, and it really just makes the game look a whole lot better in a lot of ways. Just really cinematic, and can add a whole lot to your experience. Now, although there are a lot of steps in the process of installing this mod, and that does mean there are a lot of things that can go wrong, it also means that there's a lot of customizability with the mod, and I'll show you more about that later. Okay, first of all, you're going to want to go to the Midhrastic ENB for Fallout 3 on the Fallout 3 Nexus, and this is a great page. This is obviously the page for the mod, so you'll find plenty of useful information here. If you have any questions, go to this page because it just has a wealth of information and really helpful. So you want to go to the Files section on this page. Wait for it to load. Alright. Download manually, and that'll give you the file that you need for this, but you also need the D3, D9 DLL from the ENB Series website, which is linked right here. So click that. That'll bring you over here. And this is the one for Fallout New Vegas, but they made it for Fallout 3. Like, it's okay. This is what you want. So download this, and now I have them both right here. So this is the Midhrastic and the ENB series. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Anyways, so these are both them. For the ENB series one, there is there is an injector version, and that's, I think, is for only like NVIDIA and stuff. But I'm just going to use the wrapper version, and all you need, these are just readmes and licenses. All you need is a D3, D9 DLL, okay? So, we'll leave that here. Then this is the Midhrastic one. And for this, you're just going to want everything, so all of it. Alright, so now, let me go over here. You're going to want to go to your Fallout 3 directory, and you can find that just by going to the exe and then do open file location. And now that you've got this opened up with all the stuff, you're just gonna want to put the D3, D9 file in there from the ENB series one, and then all the Midhrastic ones that are ENB. You just put all that stuff in there, and then you won't be overwriting anything. So just put that in there, and that's it for now. Okay, so our first tweak is going to be to turn off anti-aliasing. You can't have that because hardware anti-aliasing isn't supported with this ENB, so you can do this manually by going into My Documents, finding My Games, Fallout 3, and the Fallout and Fallout Preferences. This is where we'll be tweaking things manually, but just to make it easy for you guys, go onto your Fallout launcher in your Fallout directory. Okay, now that you got the Fallout launcher happening, go to Options and make sure anti-aliasing is off, anisotropic filtering is off, and HDR is on. I have it at 720p because my computer sucks. I turned off depth of field and transparency multi-sampling. I think, you know, I do that because it already has that stuff. Also, there's a water glitch. You need to turn off water displacement, and we'll go through all this in the INI files, but just if you want to make it easier on yourself right now, just uncheck that because there's a water glitch. That's just when you move through water, the little ripples that happen, that's just turning them off. Not a big deal. So, okay on that, exit. And now let's get to the INI files to really tweak things. Okay, so on to the INI file tweaks. Go like I told you to earlier. Now you're going to want to go to your Fallout and the Fallout preferences, but to start we're going to go with Fallout, Control F for find, and type in I multi-sample. That'll be enough to find I multi-sample. Okay, now you want to make sure that is 1, not 2, not 0, not 999, 1. Okay, then type in imax Annie, so blah 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 blah, find the next one. Okay, right here. Max anisotropy 1. That needs to be 1 again. And then we're good here. Make sure to save that. Okay, then go to Fallout Preferences. It's at the top here. So water multi-samples, that needs to be 1. B transparency multi-sampling, that needs to be 0. Let's see here. Where is it? High dynamic range. This is HDR. Yeah, this B, what is that? BDO high dynamic range. Yeah, this needs to be 1. That's just HDR, I think. And you need to make sure bUseWaterDisplacements is at 1. Okay, and that is it. Make sure to save, and you're good with those tweaks. Okay, so now that you don't have anti-aliasing, you might think, well, aren't there going to be jaggies everywhere? You are wrong. This has SMAA. So what that is it's a nice version of anti-aliasing. It's pretty. So it's set at ultra defaultly, and this is just in the injector file, and you can set this to whatever you want. You can set this to high, medium, low. I do low because my computer doesn't like things like this a whole lot. It's just a frame rate dropper, so if you have it high, you're gonna lose some frame rates. But if your computer can handle it, that's good. It's a nice form of anti-aliasing, and it really helps. Also, okay, so here ENB Series, this is where the large amount of customizability is gonna come in. So this just has a ton of different things you can do. FPS limiter. There's just like a lot of things that just kind of I don't really know a whole lot about, but the main things you want to focus on are bloom adaptation. I'm not sure what that does. I just leave it true. True means on, false means off. So like depth of field, that takes a ton of FPS out of your game, for me at least, so I leave that on false. Ambient occlusion also does. I also leave that on false. And you can tweak the bloom. Quality 0 is really good. You can tweak it like crazy. See, this is at 0.375. You could do like 0.4 and all kinds of things to make it more in the day. And you can do like the lens reflection intensity and all these different things. This is indirect. Use indirect lighting. You can put this to false to save more FPS. Sampling quality, you could put that to 0, I think, to make it better. All kinds of things you can change in this, and all these things are totally customizable. And the best part is you can have this open, go play Fallout 3, and then alt tab out of it, change something, go back into Fallout 3, and you hold shift and you press F12, and that enables this mod, the ENB. So you just reset it with shift 12 once and then again, and you go back to it, and that's nice to kind of see the difference too. So you just press shift F12 and you can turn it on and off. And this is the fade time for the depth of field if you wanted to change it to slow or faster. So there's really just a ton of different things you can do. Like I said earlier, I turned depth of field off and ambient occlusion off, and the force anisotropic filtering is on, and you can turn it from 16 to 8 or 4 or less or more, I guess, to make it easier on your computer. And yep, that's about it for this one. And you always want to save after you do everything. So as you can see, this mod totally changes the way everything looks in the game. The environment, the day and night cycle, just about everything when it comes to the way the game looks. This mod really does change it. It just sharpens it up, makes it look really cinematic, and I mean, it's not the way vanilla looks, like by any stretch of the imagination, but it really is cinematic. Like right here, you can see the lens flare like crazy. It looks great, especially when like a grenade goes off and the lens flare just pops right out of it. It's really cool. All the little features of this mod really stand out, and I really couldn't recommend it more. If my computer could run it, because it really is intensive, if it could run it, I would use it. Right here I'm pressing F12 to change it on and off, and you can just see a huge difference there. But yeah, this mod just rocks. If your computer can handle it, I really recommend it. You gotta try it out. It's so cool. I love the way that fire looks with the lens flare and everything. And here's some of the depth of field. As you can see, some of the stuff in the background's out of focus, and now it's in focus. It's really cool. Really high quality stuff. That's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys later.